shall be bright at last. Be still, my soul, the waves and winds still know his voice who ruled them while he dwelt below. Be still, my soul, the hour is hastening on, when we shall be forever with the Lord. When disappointment, grief, and fear are gone, sorrow forgot, love's purest joys restored. Be still, my soul, when change and tears are past, all safe and blessed we shall meet at last.
Thank you for that. And it brings back memories. I was once sitting in a pastor's meeting, and as usual, I was talking and not listening to what was being said from up front. And the young man sitting next to me took the church hymnal and he opened it up and he went to where the titles are in the back, and he looked up two songs, and they're right next to each other in the hymnal on the back page at the titles and things. One of them says, "Be still." And he pointed that out to me so I would be still. And then he pointed to the one that was just above it, "Be silent." He didn't say a word. He just pointed to two songs and told me to be still and to be silent. And so I learned from him that I needed to be still sometimes and to be silent on there. It's a very pretty song. Going to let the folks look up a text for me in Colossians chapter 3, and then we'll go to Galatians chapter 5, but Colossians chapter 3, verse 16. Have any of you ever had a guest over at your house? Most of us have, right? And when they come in, you say, "Come on in, make yourself at home," right? Isn't that kind of what you say, make yourself at home? Now, that means that they can occupy the room that you're talking about, right? It doesn't mean what you really said. Make yourself at home. You know, some of us don't allow some people in the bedroom. And then there's some of us don't allow people in the closet. You know, they might see some things there that we didn't want seen. And if they want to use the bathroom, they have to ask to use the bathroom, and they ask to use it, and then we say, "Yeah, just a minute," and when we hurry in there and we clean the counter off. I don't know if y'all have a counter like that, but, you know, my bathroom has a counter that I got stuff that I use every day, and it's right on top. I don't have to get it out of a drawer or anything. It's right there, and it has a number of things. You know, the box that holds all my pills for the week, you know, it's on there. But if somebody wants to use my bathroom and I don't want them to see those things, I go and I clean it off. Any of y'all ever have that experience? Or do you just say, "Come on in, you can just use wherever you want to"? Well, Jesus is talking to us through Paul in Colossians chapter 3, verse 16. And if we could have that on the screen on there, it says, "Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your heart." Notice there, folks,